If crooks are in charge, should we let them pick our pockets? If we don't want trouble, should we not try to stop it?
Guacamole sauce? That's a good question. Chips? A lot of people eat chips, but we usually do veggies. On our rider, we're stoked if we get guacamole and like veggie sticks, hummus, and train. Good train food. Yesterday we played this club in Lyon that we really like, and the food and catering is always really good. And they gave us guacamole for the first time in a couple days. Like, we hadn't seen avocados that much out here, and we were desperate for stuff to put on it, or put into it, I guess, to eat it. And so Jeff was using something we don't have in the States, but we keep seeing in Germany and France, like peanut chips. Like, they're kind of like Cheetos, but peanut flavored, like puffy, crispy peanut chips. They're so weird. And Jeff was eating guacamole.
No, we don't have them.
Yeah. I can see why you would ask, because they give us tips but nothing to dip into it. It's really fun because we get to play all sorts of different festivals. We get to play bluegrass shows and punk shows, and you know, it's fun. It's kind of like being like a ska band or something, like a little outside the norm. It's fun because, you know, it stands out right off the bat. We carry in all these weird instruments, and people say, "What is that?" when they see our bass, and so it's fun. It's a easy way to start a conversation. Oh, thank you. Probably just the blend of things and the blend of influences, because so many of the members came from punk rock. You know, Ryan, our washboard player, played drums for years in Angel City OUTCASTS, a punk band, and Johnny and Joey played in Youth Brigade, as well as their punk band, Blue Collar Special. And they grew up loving the Beatles, but then playing punk rock, and I grew up loving classic rock, but now I play bluegrass. So it's just kind of a really big amalgamation of styles in one. I think makes it peculiar. Well, we spent a lot more time on Downside Up, and we also built a home studio for it. We recorded Guts and Teeth with Joe B. Ford from the Bronx, and we did it in his studio, or the Bronx's studio, and it was really fun and really raw, and it was like all the songs that we had been playing for a long time. And in Downside Up, we were still kind of writing some of them in the studio, and we were just kind of like living and breathing that album. You know, the studio was at Annie and Johnny's house, and Joey and I would like sleep over on the couches, and we'd stay up till like 4, like recording ideas. So it just, the process was different, and I think it sounds a little more, I think that comes out. Yeah, we worked a little bit differently and harder on it. God, that's a really tough call, because shows like last night at this place in Lyon at Warm Audio, they're so fun because you're standing close enough to, you know, if somebody crowd surfs, you get hit in the face with a microphone, which happened. But it's so much more intimate, because then you can talk to people like this, and it's really fun. So I don't know. It's a tough call. It's really exciting to play Gross Rock. I mean, that's probably my favorite show we've ever done. But the smaller ones are more fun because you get to make friends, you know, with people. So we're gonna get really close. But I'll be playing violin, so it's You know, we've been doing this so long, and we've been working up to these long tours that we're so used to each other. And most of the people in the band grew up together, so they're like family already. Annie and Johnny have been married for 8 years, I think, and they've been together for way longer than that. And they've been best friends with Joey since they were kids. So everybody... Sorry. So everybody gets along already. And it's also such a big group that there's always someone new to talk to. Like, if you're sort of like feeling sick of somebody, there are 6 or 7 or 8 other people you can talk to or go get coffee with, so it works out easy. We have a new one coming out soon, and we're going to play it tonight. And we've been playing it on this tour here and there. So it's not, I don't think it's really still a secret, but I don't know if we really announced it. I don't know, but we just finished up the art. It looks really cool. And it's a fat band. It's a band on fat. Well, so this is going to come out in the spring, and we're working on a bunch of new songs, so we have a whole bunch of tours planned. We're going to come back to Europe in the summer to do more festivals, and between now and then we're going to do like the US and Canada again. So I'm hoping that when we get home we'll start really like kicking up the writing and do some new things. I'm pretty sure that was in the song that John Rosen wrote, the Gary Busey song, Beyond the Moon. And I believe they wanted some percussion that just wasn't as heavy and, I don't know, something different sounding than the kick drum, and so they just kicked the floor with a Converse shoe. And I'm pretty sure he just, tapped it. I don't think he like threw it against the floor or anything weird. But we just wanted to be really specific. At first we were like trying to decide how much we wanted to like list, who played the kazoo on what song or what, but then we're like, it was fun, we really did use those things, and Johnny really went outside and taped the crickets outside in front of his house, so all that stuff made it, and made the liner notes. He's had that nickname for longer than I've known him, and longer than the band has been around. He's got a bad back from years, I think, of carrying gear and just having a bad back. So he kind of like, in the morning when you see him walking around, he's like got lidocaine patches on his back. So they'd already been calling him Old Man Markley forever. And he really likes soup, which is sort of stereotypical old person soup, maybe. So they already called him Old Man Markley, and he's so active with the washboard, and he's such a presence on stage that the band became Old Man Markley. Oh, start with some old stuff. Start with like Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys, and start with some Clarence White and maybe Tony Rice. Start with old start with old stuff, and then for new stuff to see where it's going now. A band called Crooked Still. I don't know if they're still touring, but they're really cool, and they have really neat, they've incorporated cello and a really neat modern take on bluegrass. And Trampled by Turtles and Devil Makes Three, it's again not exactly bluegrass, but kind of takes some roots from the same traditions that bluegrass did, or might cite those influences. About eggs? The food eggs?
Yeah.
Personally?
Yeah.
I don't have them that often. I just learned how to poach them a couple years ago. But we have some vegans in the band and a lot of vegetarians, and it's not really a road-friendly food. So, what do you think about eggs?
We like eggs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I could scramble eggs. I don't think we don't have any, but if you come to our hotel in the morning, there's usually eggs at the buffet, so save some for you.